Hello friends, welcome to AffairsCloud Learn to Lead. This is Ashu and today we will discuss very important current affairs of 9th of July 2021. You can see two best images of the day, but today we will discuss very important and the most important current affairs. Guys, you can download our application. Application name is AffairsCloud and the link of this application is given in the description box. After that, you can log in with your email ID and you can click on this crack current affair section if you want to subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription price is very much low. If you see the price, you will definitely surprise. But the most important thing that we are covering 90 to 95% of that current affairs which can come in your exam. This is the genuinity, this is the hard work of AffairsCloud team. But how we are covering the current affairs? We are providing you daily current affair section. In this section, you will receive three things. One is the detailed current affair, question and answer format of current affair, and third is the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on daily basis. Next is the weekly section. Again, in the weekly, you will receive three things. One is the detailed current affair, question and answer format of current affair, and third is the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on weekly basis. And the most important section here is the monthly, and we are providing four things. One is the detailed current affair, question and answer format of current affair, best 100 current affair will be provided to you in the form of question and answer, and last is the pocket PDF. It means the 2-liners and the 3-liners current affair will be provided to you so that you can revise the current affairs again and again. But to enhance your performance, we are also providing topic wise current affair. We are basically covering 20 most important topics which are very important for every type of exam. And guys, if you want to revise all the related news just from single topic, then you can use these type of PDFs. And if you are a banking aspirant, we are providing three things. One is the detail and the question and answer format of current affairs only related to banking and economy. And we are also providing the quiz section, which you can attempt on our application on monthly basis. If you want to revise all the past current affairs just from single PDF, then you can use this exam PDF. And we are providing detailed budget and economic survey, and we are also providing expected question and answer related to budget and economic survey, so that you can recall that examiner can ask these type of question from budget and economic survey. If you are preparing for your state exam, then we are also providing state current affairs, and we are covering every state and union territory. So all these things comes under just one subscription. You have to just download our application, that is AffairsCloud, and you have to log in with your email ID here. And after that, you can click on this crack current affairs section. And after that section, you can subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. Both the subscription prices are very much low. If you see, you will definitely surprise. And on that minimal price, we are providing you 10% extra discount if you use this code ASH10. If you have any type of query, you can email us on this email ID or you can call us on this number. So let's begin today's session, that is the 9th of July 2021. But I am requesting you, all the students, that you have to like this video, you have to share this video as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe our channel if you're new on this platform. And by providing these three things, you are basically motivating us. And guys, remember, you can join our Telegram group from the description box link. So let's start today's session with the most important question section, and here is our first question. Who completed the world's first solo motorcycle expedition covering 18 passes in the Himalayas? So the most important keyword under this question, that she is the world's first solo motorcycle expedition and she covered 18 passes in the Himalayas. And answer of this question is Kanchan Ugursandi. You can also see here the picture of Kanchan, and she covered basically 18 passes in the Himalayas. And mountain biker, you have to remember the name, that is Kanchan Ugursandi, completed the world first solo motorcycle expedition which covering 18 passes of the Himalayas, and she covered 3187 kilometers from New Delhi to Manali, Manali to Leh, Leh to Umlingla Pass, and return to Delhi in 25 days. And she is also the first woman biker to cover the 18 passes. This is the most important thing under this question. And her expedition was flagged off by Defense Minister Rajnath Singh ji, and it was flagged off on 11th of June. Remember, on 11th of June from New Delhi, on a move to promote COVID safety awareness in the border areas. So what are the takeaway points under this question? World first solo motorcycle expedition, 18 passes in the Himalayas, and it is Kanchan. If you don't want to remember the full name, you have to just remember the name of this lady. This is Kanchan. And moving to next part, because only one question is there in the most important section, but we are now moving to very important question section. You have to like this video, you have to share this video as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform. And guys, you can join our Telegram group from the description box link. So let's start. Very important question section, and here is the question. Which bank recently launched pay to contacts feature for UPI or Unified Payment Interface based transactions? So the very important keyword under this question is this pay to contacts feature. So remember, pay to contact feature is recently launched by Airtel Payment Bank, and you can also see this. It allows customers to initiate a UPI or Unified Payment Interface payment by selecting the receiver's mobile number from their phone book. So that's why Airtel Payment Bank launched this pay to contact system. And guys, remember, it will display the valid UPI ID associated with the selected contact irrespective of the UPI application used by the receiver. It means if you have any type of the UPI application on your phone, then your friend can transfer money through the Airtel Payment Bank, because it will show the UPI ID of yours on the list of the Airtel Payment Bank list. And the feature will eliminate the need to enter the UPI ID or the bank account detail to process the payment and save time, because you can just you have to just select the contact number, then automatically they will basically sync the UPI ID and the account number, and it will transfer to you, your friend or any type of the relative. So this feature will eliminate the need to enter the UPI ID or bank account details. So remember about Airtel Payment Bank. So the most important takeaway of this point, that is pay to contact feature, and it is launched by Airtel Payment Bank. And guys, remember one thing about Airtel Payment Bank, that this was the first payment bank of India. First payment bank of India. And next thing, it was established in the year of 2017 by the Bharti Airtel. Its headquarters is in New Delhi, and who is the MD and CEO? MD and CEO is Anubrata Biswas. So you have to remember the name, Anubrata Biswas. So this is the name. Now we are moving to the next question. Which insurance company launched a comprehensive health insurance plan named Arogya Supreme? It means the most important keyword under this question is this name of the plan is Arogya Supreme, and it is launched by SBI General Insurance. So you can see this image. SBI General Insurance launches Arogya Supreme insurance plan, and you can see here, under this policy the insured person will get a wide range of sum insured options up to rupees 5 crore. You have to remember this 5 crore word, for their medical necessary hospitalization due to any type of illness or accident that occurred during the policy period. And guys, the main objective of this plan is to provide with the multiple benefits and the coverages. And guys, remember, customers also have a facility to choose the policy tenure ranging from 1 to 3 years. Like they can choose 1 year, as well as for 2 years, as well as for 3 years. And based on the sum insured and coverage features, 3 different type of the options will be provided. One is the Pro plan, second is the Plus plan, and third is the Premium plan, which were provided for the customer to choose under the any type of plan. And guys, age limit, if any type of adult is there to insurer of this plan, then 18 year will be the minimum and 65 year will be the maximum. If this policy is availed by any child, then the minimum is 91 days, or you can say the almost 3 months, and 25 year will be the maximum age if the child is available. But this policy will be very useful for the adult as well as for the child, because this policy covers include inpatient hospitalization treatment. You can say mental health care is also involved, because due to COVID-19 many people are stressed, so that's why mental health care is also covered under this plan. HIV and AIDS also covered, road ambulance, organ donor expenses, domestic emergency assistance services, and any kind of the hospitalization is also covered under this plan. So you have to remember the keyword here. The name of the plan is Arogya Supreme, and you have to remember the name of the company or the organization is SBI General Insurance. And this organization was established in which year? 2009, but it commenced operation in 2010. Its headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and MD and CEO is Prakash Chandra Kandpal. So you can remember the name of the MD and CEO, Prakash Chandra Kandpal. And what is the tagline? Suraksha or Bharosa Dono. Suraksha and Bharosa Dono. So you have to remember. Moving to next question. Which company launched India's first artificial intelligence based home loan selection engine? So very simple question. You have to just remember the keyword. It is India's first artificial intelligence based home loan selection engine. It is basically a search engine type of artificial intelligence based for the home buyers. And this application is the housing finance industry's first artificial intelligence technology based selection and recommendation engine for the home buyers. And the name of the company is Easy Loan. You can see here, Easy Loan launched India's first artificial intelligence based home loan selection engine, or you can just remember it is type of a search engine. Why this type of the artificial intelligence system is launched in the you can say the home buyer sector? Because to address the inefficiencies in the home loan ecosystem, you can see here, to address the inefficiencies in the home loan ecosystem and to streamline the loan processes across buyer, developer and seller and the lender. So it is a single platform that connects developers, direct selling agents, customers, banks and the non-banking financial companies for end-to-end digital processing of the home loans. It means you can connect any type of the thing, like banks you can connect with the NBFC, you can connect with any type of the customer, direct selling agent under one single platform. So the startup has tied up with the leading lenders like HDFC is there, ICICI is there, or you can say SBI is there, and among others for the home loans. It means the home loans will be provided by this non-banking financial company and the banks, but the services will be provided by this company which is known as Easy Loan. So don't remember about Easy Loan. It is not important. You have to just remember the takeaway points. Artificial intelligence used in the home loan section, and it is launched by Easy Loan. This is the important thing. Now we are moving to next question. Which bank signed a memorandum of understanding with Indian Army to offer a defense service salary package? So the most important thing under this question, that this bank tied up with the Indian Army to provide the defense service salary package, and name of this bank is Axis Bank. So answer is A. You can see here, Axis Bank signed MOU with the Indian Army to offer service salary package under its already started Power Salute initiative. So you have to just remember the name of this initiative, which is Power Salute, because examiner can ask the question that Power Salute initiative was launched by Indian Army by which bank? So this can be also asked. So you can see here, it comes under its Power Salute initiative. Even this salary package under this Power Salute initiative will cover all ranks of army officer, all rank of army officer like serving defense personnel as well as the defense pensioners under its ambit. And personal accident cover up to rupees 50 lakh is also provided to all army personnel. Up to 8 lakh educational grant is also provided. Total permanent disability of rupees 46 lakh is also provided, and air accident is also provided, like 1 crore cover will be provided. Free additional debit card for a family member is also provided. So many benefits, but examiner will not ask about the benefits. Examiner will ask the keywords like Power Salute initiative, or you can say the salary accounts for the Indian Army for any type of the army officer like the retired or the serving defense personnel, and it is started by the Axis Bank. And guys, remember the MOU represent Axis Bank commitment towards the defense forces by supporting them in their financial requirements through banking solution. But you have to remember about Axis Bank here. It was established in 1993 and it was established as a UTI or Unit Trust of India. And guys, remember it named as a Axis Bank in 2007. Managing Director and CEO is Amitabh Chaudhary. I think all the students know this. Headquarter is in Mumbai and tagline is Badhti ka naam Zindagi. Badhti ka naam Zindagi. Moving to next question. Which player became leading scorer in all forms of women international cricket? So remember the keyword here, that maximum score in all forms of the women international cricket. And answer of this question is very simple. It is, so answer of this question is Mithali Raj. So guys, remember answer is Mithali Raj. Even she is currently the captain of Indian women cricket team. So Indian cricketer and women's ODI captain Mithali Raj, she is 38 years old, became the leading scorer in the women's international cricket in all three formats. It means I am talking about T20, I am talking about ODI, and I am talking about like test matches. So in all three formats, if we add the score of this Mithali Raj, then it become 10,277. It means 10,277 in 317 matches. Earlier this record was with Charlotte Edward. She belongs to England team and she has a record of 10,273. Just 5 runs difference between the Mithali Raj and the Charlotte Edward. So you can see here the picture of Mithali, and you can see here Mithali Raj tops the ICC ODI women's batting ranking for the 8th time. And she achieved this feat for the first time in the April 2005 when she topped the ODI ranking in the women's list. And she's the only Indian cricketer and second international cricketer to score more than 10,000 runs in the women international cricket, because you can see here the other player who scored more than 10,000 runs is Charlotte Edward, because she has 10,273 runs. And she also holds the record of the most runs in the women ODIs. She has represented India in more than 200 ODIs, and even as a captain she scored 6,974 runs. But you don't have to remember the exact number of the runs. You have to remember the maximum scorer in the women's international cricket in all 3 formats, that is Mithali Raj. You don't have to remember this number here. And the 2 players who have scored 10,000 runs in the women international cricket, only 2 players, Mithali Raj and Charlotte Edward, and Charlotte Edward belongs to England. Now we are moving to the next question. Which bank has partnered with the TP Central Odisha Distribution Limited to enable digital payment of electricity bills across Odisha? So it means if you want to pay digital bill in Odisha, then now you can pay, because this bank had tied up with the TP Central Odisha Distribution Limited, one of the you can say the distribution electrical company of the Odisha government. So answer of this question is IndusInd Bank. So remember, the answer is IndusInd Bank, and it partners with the TP Central Odisha distribution system to launch a fully digital payment network in the state. And guys, you can see here, it will enable digital payment of electricity bills across 300 semi-urban and the rural regions of India. And guys, remember, through this initiative, IndusInd Bank aims to impact the lives of more than 20 lakh rural customers. 20 lakh rural customers, because now they can pay their electricity bills online by enabling utility-based payment services across the remotest to remotest area of Odisha. And under this partnership, this company of Odisha will utilize the IndusInd Bank network of Bharat Pay or Bharat Money stores and enable the customers to make electricity bill payments in a fully digital manner. If you don't have the mobile phone, if you don't have the internet connection, then you have to just visit this Bharat Money stores and you can pay your electricity bill in Odisha only. And Bharat Money Stores, a banking and financial service platform for the Kiryana store merchants, developed by the Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited, a fully owned subsidiary of IndusInd Bank. And IndusInd Bank has selected more than 8,500 Bharat Money stores to accept the bill payment using the Aadhaar enabled payment system. It means any type of the Kiryana store who have this Bharat Money payment system, you can just go to this Kiryana store and you can pay your electricity bill on that Kiryana store. So this is the IndusInd Bank who started this Bharat Money store. So there are 2 questions basically. The Bharat Money stores are started by which bank? It is also IndusInd Bank. And the Odisha Distribution Network Company who are providing the electricity also tied up with the IndusInd Bank to pay the electricity bill on this Bharat Financial Inclusion Limited or Bharat Pay service centers. Guys, remember about IndusInd Bank. IndusInd Bank was basically established in 1994, but year is not so much important. MD and CEO is Sumant Kathpalia. Remember, Sumant Kathpalia, or you can just remember the name is Sumant. Chairman is Arun Tiwari, and headquarters is in Pune, Maharashtra. But the important is MD and CEO. It is Sumant Kathpalia. And guys, you can also remember about Odisha here. Odisha's Chief Minister is Naveen Patnaik, one of my favorite Chief Minister. All the students I think know this. And Governor is Ganeshi Lal. And guys, you can also remember the 2 important national parks here. One is the Bhitarkanika National Park, very famous, Bhitarkanika National Park, and second is Simli-Pal Biosphere Reserve. Simli-Pal Biosphere Reserve or the Simli-Pal National Park is there, and it is the one biosphere reserve out of the 18 biosphere reserve in India. Moving to next question, a book titled The Fourth Lion, Essays for the Gopalkrishna Gandhi, authored by whom? So you have to just remember the keyword, the fourth lion. And this book is written by Venu Madhav Govindu and Shrinath Raghavan. So answer of this question is both A and C. You can see here the cover page of this book, The Fourth Lion, Essay for Gopalkrishna Gandhi, and it is edited by Venu Madhav Govindu and Shrinath Raghavan. So remember, this book is written in the honor of Gopalkrishna Gandhi. And guys, you can see here, this book is a combination of 26 essays, and these essays are organized into thematic sections like literature and culture, history, environment, politics, public affairs, and the memoirs. Because Gopalkrishna Gandhi was also a very famous administrator, diplomat, author, public intellectual of distinction of more than 40 years, and he also served as the 23rd governor of West Bengal. 23rd governor of West Bengal from like 2004 to 2009. And even he was also very famous author, and he wrote so many books under the various genres like you can say issues of politics, history, literature, and culture. So you have to just remember the two names here. One is the Venu and second is Srinath. You can just remember the initials of this name. And guys, remember about Gopalkrishna Gandhi because this book honors the Gopalkrishna Gandhi, and name is the fourth line. So remember. Move into next question, but you can also remember here the option of Avtar Singh Basin. He recently wrote a very famous book which talks about Nehru, Tibet, and China. Nehru, Tibet, and China. Basically, it is the international relation between China and the India, and especially with the contention of Tibet. Move into next question. Former Chief Minister of which state Virbhadra Singh passed away? Virbhadra Singh, not Vidarbha Singh. Virbhadra Singh passed away. Very famous personality, 6-time CM of this state, and state is Himachal Pradesh. So remember, answer of this question is Himachal Pradesh. You can see here, former Himachal Pradesh Chief Minister Virbhadra Singh passed away, and you can also see here, he is the sitting member of Legislative Assembly or MLA from the Arki Assembly constituency. And for the Himachal Pradesh students, I am telling you that this Arki Assembly comes under the Solan district of Himachal Pradesh. And he was popularly known as the Raja Sahib. The name basically denoted him, that is Raja Sahib. And Virbhadra Singh belongs to Congress and a very veteran Congress leader, and has served the Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh 6 times between 1983 to 2017. And he was 9-time MLA, very rare thing, 9-time MLA and 5-time member of parliament. So you can see here the career of politics and very veteran leader of Congress. Now he passed away. And Virbhadra Singh also served as the president of the Himachal Pradesh Congress Committee. He was also elected to the Legislative Assembly in 1990, 1993, 98, 2003 and 2007. But you don't have to remember the years. If you belongs to Himachal Pradesh, then you can just remember the name of the current constituency is Arki Assembly constituency, which comes under the Solan district. He also served as the Deputy Minister of Tourism. And he was also the minister under various portfolios like Minister of State for Industry, Union Minister of Steel, Union Minister of Micro and Small Medium Enterprises, so many times. And even in 2011-12 when Manmohan Singh was Prime Minister, he served as the Union Minister of Micro and Small Medium Enterprise or MSME Minister. So you have to remember the name of the former Chief Minister or the past Chief Minister, that is Virbhadra Singh, and he belongs to Himachal Pradesh. And guys, remember the Chief Minister, current Chief Minister of Himachal Pradesh is Jairam Thakur ji. And the new Governor of Himachal Pradesh, yes guys, Rajendra Arlikar. So you have to remember the name, very famous because new appointment is there. So this question can be asked anytime. Rajendra Arlikar. And guys, you can also remember very important national parks in the Himachal Pradesh. That is Great Himalayan National Park, very famous. Indar Killa National Park is also there. Very less students know this. Indar Killa National Park, Kheer Ganga National Park, Pin Valley National Park is there, very famous, Pin Valley National Park. And very famous here, yes, only 4. Great Himalayan National Park, Indar Killa, Kheer Ganga and Pin Valley. These 4 are very important. Moving to next question. Which bank entered into a banca insurance partnership with the Max Bupa Health Insurance? So if there is any banca insurance pact between the bank and the insurance company, so it means either the bank want to sell their products to the insurance company or the insurance company want to sell their products to bank. Maximum times insurance company want to sell their products to the bank customer, and this bank is again Axis Bank. So you can also see here Max Bupa Insurance and the Axis Bank both enter into a bancassurance partnership. So under this partnership, Max Bupa will offer like fixed benefit products and their customizable variants to the bank customers across the country. And guys, remember the Axis Bank customers are also enabled to get access to the quality healthcare solution products that are offered by the Max Bupa through the tie-up. And Axis Bank, we already covered the things like it was established in 1993 and its MD and CEO is Amitabh Chaudhary. Headquarters is in Mumbai, Maharashtra, and tagline is Badhti Ka Naam Zindagi. We already covered this in the Axis Bank question when they offered a salary package to the Army Defense. And guys, don't remember about Max Bupa Health Insurance. It is not so much important. Moving to directly next question. Who will be the chairman of the 25-member Development Council for the Cement Industry created by the Ministry of Commerce and Industry? This committee was basically set up by DPIIT. DPIIT, it is basically Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, which comes under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. And the chairman of this 25-member committee is Puneet Dalmia. So remember the name, or you can just remember the name Puneet, and he's currently the chief and also the managing director of the Dalmia Bharat Group. And this council will basically suggest ways to eliminate waste, obtain maximum production, improve quality, reduce cost, and promote standardization of the products. It will also recommend measures for securing the full utilization of the installed capacity and improving the working of the cement industry. It is basically related to the cement industry, and the members were appointed for the time period of 2 years. Even the council will work for the standardization of accounting and costing methods and practice. It will undertake inquiry of the material, equipment, method of production management and labor utilization. So you have to remember this. But you have to most importantly remember that a committee which is related to cement industry, it is a 25-member committee and it will be chaired by Puneet Dalmia and it is created by Ministry of Commerce and Industry. These things are important under this question. But guys, you can also remember here the options like Usha Throat. You can see here, Usha Throat was recently appointed as the chairman of 20-member advisory committee on mutual funds. Remember, 20-member committee on mutual fund, which is created by Reserve Bank of India. Next is Arun Goyal. You can see here, he was appointed as the chairman of 22-member interministerial committee to strengthen the capital goods. Sector, and it is created by Ministry of Heavy Industry and public enterprises. But now we are not using the word public enterprises because it comes under now the finance ministry. Now it is only the Ministry of Heavy Industry. Next, V.K. Paul, again very important appointment because he was the chairman of the expert committee on vaccine administration, and this was appointed by Niti Aayog. So you can just remember, and the most important here is the Usha Throat and the Puneet Dalmia. Moving to next question. Which company became the first gift city based aircraft leasing company to sign an aircraft purchase agreement? First of all, you have to remember what is the gift city. Gift city stands for Gujarat International Finance Tech City, which is situated in which area? Which is situated in Gandhi Nagar. This question is again important. And now one company which is registered under the gift city become the first company who leased one aircraft and signed a aircraft purchase agreement with one company of the France, and this Indian company is Vaman Aviation Services. So remember, Vaman Aviation Services. You can see here, first aircraft purchase agreement signed between the gift city based Vaman Aviation and Airbus Helicopters. Basically it is a company based in the France. You don't have to remember the name. Under the Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan, and you can see here, order for an Airbus H125 helicopter with France-based Airbus Helicopter SAS. This is the name of the company of the France. And guys, remember, this aircraft leasing is a new business segment coming to India, and the government is taking steps to promote leasing activities in India. And Vaman will announce its first dry lease transaction soon. And remember the word dry lease here. If you read this word, then I am telling you the meaning of this word. A dry lease is a leasing agreement where an aircraft provides an aircraft without crew, ground staff, etc. things to the airline or the corporation. This is known as the dry lease. And you can also remember the aircraft leasing is a new business segment in India. And the government of India is aiming to make GIFT, International Financial service center, a hub for aircraft leasing and the financial activities. Because guys, you if you remember, the Minister of State, then Civil Aviation, currently it is Jyotiraditya Scindia, but we are talking about almost February 2021, then it was Hardeep Singh Puri, stated that India is set to emerge as the world's third largest civil aviation market in overall terms by the 2024. This is stated by Hardeep Singh Puri ji, then Minister of Civil Aviation, as an independent charge. And this was stated during the India Aircraft Leasing Summit 2021, and it is stated by one of our old Union Minister. So remember, the first aircraft lease through the gift city, and it was Oman Aviation Service. You have to just remember this keyword. This is important, otherwise nothing is important. Now we are moving to next question. Which state or union territory launched the web portal for electrical inspections? So for the electrical inspections, they launched a web portal, and the state or union territory is Jammu and Kashmir. So remember, Manoj Sinha, who is currently, you can say, the Lieutenant or the Lieutenant Governor of Jammu and Kashmir, launched the web portal for electrical inspection wing at Jammu to make the electrical inspection process more convenient for the general public. And you can see here, Manoj Sinha here, and launched the web portal for electrical inspection wing of Jammu. And the portal also has a time-bound procedure which informs the applicant regarding the approval or denial of the application through the website within 12 days. It means if you want any type of the inspection at your home or at your commercial area, then you have to apply on this website online, but they have to return or they have to reply you within 12 days whether they have approved your request or they have denied your request. And the portal also provides an e-fitness certificate by verifying the rectified photographs uploaded by the applicants. So the main aim to make the services of Power Development Department easily accessible to the people of Jammu and Kashmir, and to rectify the issues identified by the Electrical Inspection Agency within a specified time. And it is to avoid any form of electrical danger to life and property. The portal has a provision to report any unsafe electrical installation for immediate rectification by the unitary staff or utility staff. And this portal also ensures the issuance of fitness certificate in a time specific schedule and enable the commissioning of installation for public use during the given period. And it is the Union Territory of Jammu and Kashmir, and name of this portal is eijammu.in. This is the name of the portal. Now remember about Jammu and Kashmir, Lieutenant or the Lieutenant Governor is Manoj Kumar Sinha, but you can also remember here the national parks, very important. You have to remember Dachigam National Park, Salim Ali National Park is there, Kishtwad National Park, very important, and one very famous wildlife sanctuary is Gulmarg Wildlife Sanctuary, very important thing. Now next question is, who authored a book titled Lady Doctors, the Untold Stories of India's First Woman in Medicine? So it is just a one-liner question. You have to just remember the question as in slide. The name of the book is Lady Doctor, or you can just remember the keyword Lady Doctors, and it is the Untold Stories of the India's First Woman in Medicine. And this book contains the story of India's first women doctors which are ignored by the history, like they are Anandibai Joshi, you can say Rukmabai Rakut, Kadambani Ganguly, and Hembabai Sen, Chennai, M. Reddy, who was the founder of Adyar Cancer Hospital. There are so many women, the stories of India's first woman in medicine. So this book talks about these ladies who are basically ignored by the history, and they are very famous if you are talking about the medical profession. And this book is written by Kavitha Rao. So you have to remember the name Kavitha Rao, very important. But other options here are very, very important, like Vinod Kapri, very famous book. He wrote 1232 Kilometer. The Long Story of Home. It is basically the migrant workers who traveled during the COVID-19. That's why the book name is 1232 Kilometer. Ashok Pangaria, who is the brother of Arvind Pangaria, he wrote a book about monk in a Mercedes, you can say, but he spelled it as Merc. Sundeep Mishra, he wrote a very famous book about the Duti Chand, especially the gender issues related to Duti Chand, and this book is written by Sundeep Mishra, and exact name is Fiercely Female, the Duti Chand Story. So remember all these books because these are very, very famous, and these were written during the time period of June. These were released basically during the time period of June. Now moving to next question, but it is from picture. It is not so much important, but you can remember RBI announced changes in the government securities auction methodology, and you can see here it is for the benchmark securities for the tenure of 2 year, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, or the 14 years. It is not for the long term securities like 30 years, 40 years. It is for the benchmark securities from 2 year to 14 year tenure. And these are the bonds with variable interest rates and the maturity of 7 years. It means the time period of these bonds will be 7 years. RBI recently announced the first purchase of the government securities under the government's securities acquisition program for an aggregate amount of almost 20,000 crore rupees. 20,000 crore rupees, and it was scheduled to be conducted on the 8th of July 2021, which was already conducted. Because in June 2021, under the monetary policy report, RBI stated about government securities acquisition program for the Q2 of the financial year 20, and the secondary market purchase options like almost 1.20 lakh crore to support the market. So guys, now the interest rate of this floating rate bonds will vary periodically, as they are linked with the benchmark rate such as the LIBOR. LIBOR will be you can say disintegrated with the these securities in future, but we will use the SOFR, that is secured overnight financing rate. And remember, this is the minimum benchmark rate which will vary according to the LIBOR and the secured overnight financing rate. What are the government securities? So it is a tradable instrument issued by the center government or the state government, and it acknowledges the government debt obligation. You can also remember this if you want, but this question is not so much important because these are the common things if you are a banking student especially. Moving to next section, it is our important question section, guys. You have to like this video, you have to share this video as maximum as possible, and you have to subscribe this channel if you are new on this platform. By providing these things, it means you are motivating us. And guys, please join our Telegram group from the description box link. And here is the question. Recently, President Jovenel Moïse was assassinated. He was the president of which country? Very famous news. Even this question can be asked in every type of exam because this president was assassinated. And this name of the president is Jovenel Moïse, and this president belongs to which country? This was the president of Haiti. So the main keyword of this question, name of the president, name of the country. Basically, Jovenel Moïse was an entrepreneur and who has been serving as the president of Haiti since 2017. And guys, you can see here the picture of Jovenel Moïse and Haiti's president, and he was assassinated. And you can see here he was serving as the president till from 2017 till 2021, and he won the first round of presidential election in the October 2015. And where is Haiti? You can see here. This is you can say Dominican Republic, and this is Haiti. It is in between. You can say the above is United States of America or the Northern America, and below is the Southern America. So it is in between Northern America and the Southern America. So you can see this is the Caribbean Sea, and these are the Caribbean islands. So you have to remember Haiti is in between North America and the South America. Remember this. Moving to next question, but it is from picture that DBT NIBMG creates world's first database of the genomic variants of the oral cancer. And you can see here National Institute of Biomedical Genomics, located in the Kalyani, West Bengal, has created a world's first of its kind browsable online database, which basically tells us about all the things related to the oral cancer. Even this database is a repository that can be accessed by the public at free of cost, and this database is named as DBGENVOC. DBGENVOC, it stands for Database of Genomic Variants of the Oral Cancer. And it has a built-in powerful search engine, and it will be updated annually with the variation data from the new oral cancer patients from different regions of India and the Southeast Asia. And presently it contains information on 24 million clinically relevant somatic and the germline variants. But you have to remember the name of the database, DB Genovac, and it provides all the things related to oral cancer, and it will be added according to the new oral cancer patients which comes from the different regions of India and the Southeast Asia. So you have to remember this, and name of this institution is National Institute for Biomedical Genomics, and this is situated in West Bengal. So this can be important. If you want to remember, you can, because it is a new kind of information which is started by this institute. Moving to next question. Basically all the questions are completed. Now we are moving to the last section. It is our one-liner important point. Here is the first point. Stefan Löfven re-elected as the Prime Minister by Swedish Parliament. We recently covered this question like 2 or 3 days back, that Stefan Löfven resigned from the Parliament due to no confidence motion passed in the Swedish Parliament. So this comes a just month after the 11th of June. No confidence vote in the Parliament was passed, which led to the resignation after he failed to prove majority in the legislature. Now he was re-elected because he proved the majority by just 2 votes. It means the narrow wins put him in a critical position in passing the country budget, but he won the confidence vote by the 2 votes. So you have to just remember the name, that is Stefan Löfven. And the next Swedish parliamentary election is set to be conducted in the year of 2022. And guys, he is serving as the Prime Minister of this country from the 2014. And remember, Sweden capital is Stockholm. I think all the students remember this, Stockholm. And currency is Swedish krona. Agriculture to be made more appealing to the youth to save future food security. It is United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. So basically, unemployment rate in the youth, especially the young women, is now increasing. It is 3 times higher than the adults. And agriculture and food system, which made appealing to the youth now, provides an enormous room for the employment generation in developing countries, especially India, because in India almost like 55 to 60% people are depending on the agriculture and the allied sector, and India is also facing the unemployment problem. So agriculture is basically that sector which can provide enormous room for the employment generation, especially in the developing countries like India, where 88% of the global youth population live. So countries should improve youth-focused social protection programs, labor laws and regulations, thereby supporting youth-led startup initiative through environmental policies. So this is the report of United Nations Food and Agriculture Organization. You have to remember about FAO. It was established after the World War II, like in 1945, and its headquarters is in Rome, Italy. And guys, remember the Director General is Q Dongyu. My pronunciation can be wrong, but you have to remember the name. India's e-commerce industry to touch USD 188 billion by 2025. It is a FICCI's report. So you don't have to remember the data basically. You have to just remember that it is a FICCI's report. That is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. And this report is known as India's online commerce industry business, and it is expected to touch the USD 188 billion by the year of 2025-26. And guys, it also stated that Indian retail industry will touch 1.1 to 1.3 trillion in 2025. And this increase is mainly due to increased adoption of the e-commerce caused by the COVID-19, because maximum people are now shopping online. Maximum people are basically are doing all the things online. Even we are doing so many news which are basically related to online system, like we today done the online cancer system, that is also reported related to online system. So all things are now e-commerce, so that's why the e-commerce industry can grow. Fitch cut India's GDP growth forecast for financial year 22 to 10%. Earlier the estimation was 12.8%, but now they predicted 10%. It is due to slowing recovery after the second wave of COVID-19. You have to remember it is Fitch. Next, 22 million jobs lost in developed nations due to COVID-19. It is OECD report. So remember the organization here, that is Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. They stated that out of 22 million who remain out of work, 8 million are unemployed already, and 14 million are considered inactive. So this is the report by OECD. You don't have to remember the data actually. And remember about organization here. We are doing these things like these reports because you can remember the headquarters of the organization, you can remember the heads of this organization, and you can just know the information what is going all over world. So this is the thing. And Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development headquarters is in Paris, France, and its member countries are 37. Next, India to have 24 integrated checkposts on land borders by 2025, and it is a report of LPAI. So see, there is new organization which is known as LPAI, that is Land Ports Authority of India, a statutory body under the Ministry of Home Affairs, stated that India will have 24 integrated checkposts on the land borders by the year of 2025. It will enable better integration of India with the Southeast Asian region and the other regions beyond them. And government has already approved all the 24 land ports, out of which 9 are already functional, and some are under construction and some are under various stages of the development. And in addition of this ICPs or integrated check post, India is taking steps to ensure 90 transit portals or the points along with the 12 or along with the 15,000 kilometer land border with the other countries, especially the, you can say, the sea border and also the land border. So because total border of India is 15,200 kilometer, that is according to NCERT data. So India is basically focusing to cover all the points, and these are the 19 transit points which will cover all 15,000 kilometer border, and under the standard infrastructure to facilitate all types of trade, transit and travel. So remember, it is Land Port Authority of India. Don't remember anything about this organization. Now we are moving to the question of 8th of July 2021. Question was, what is the banking known as when a group of persons come together to own and control 3 or more independently chartered banks? So it is very simple question. You have to just remember this question. It is a static question, and the answer of this question is chain banking. Very simple question. Just remember the name of the banking. Moving to next question. It is the question of the day. Which RBI department regulates the non-banking financial companies? If you know the abbreviation, then you can give answer very easily. So guys, please answer only in the comment box. I am waiting your answer. Please like this video. Please share this video as maximum as possible. Please subscribe this channel if you're new on this platform. And by providing these things, three things, you are basically motivating us. And please press this bell button and join our Telegram group for the official notifications. And it is AffairsCloud promise that it will boost your confidence in the general awareness section, and you have to subscribe our PDFs. You can download our application. Application downloading link is given in the description box. You can download from that, and you can subscribe for 1 year as well as for 2 years. And we are providing 10% extra discount if you use this code ASH10. And guys, don't take life so much serious. Life is fun. Always be happy. Always be happy. Happiness is the key of success. Thank you guys. Take care and bye-bye.